Thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also be sure to follow me on these other social media platforms. Links are in the description below. All right, have and have not fans, I'm back with more information about a new episode being released, episode 31, The Committee. Seems like that will be coming on after Three's a Crowd, which is going to be episode 30. Thank you to Melrose461, or I believe Melrose1 on Twitter. Yeah. And basically the synopsis is Jeffrey's scare with David. Oh, I'm sorry, that sounded weird. Jeffrey's scare with David brings him closer to Nurse Madison as the FBI gets one step closer to Veronica's wicked trail. Two things to dissect. Well, actually three things here. Number one, Jeffrey's scare with David. So this most likely means that, you know, Jeffrey's scare with David. Remember way back in the teaser, back in, the exclusive look sponsored by Ford back in early August, where it looks like, you know, Jeffrey is screaming through a, the hospital door window for one of the patients, and we can obviously assume it's his father, David. And this scene was shown where it looks like, you know, Justin and Jeffrey are standing in the waiting area of the hospital room, the waiting room, well, obviously outside of David's hospital room because the FBI agent is there. But then we see like a nurse bolting into the room, which is most likely the scene they're referring to when Jeffrey runs up to the door and says, "No!" And I'm sorry if my speech sounds a bit off. I literally just ate like 5 hot wings, so my mouth is like still on fire. So I have no idea why I'm recording, but this news just landed in my lap 10 minutes ago and I wanted to get this done. But basically, whatever scare which occurred with David flatlined or whatever, he's obviously going to be still alive. So Jeffrey's scare with David brings him closer to Nurse Madison. Possibly meaning that Madison is one of the people on call that helps David, you know, be revitalized. I don't know. Or the fact that he just needs a good friend right now. And that's it. I mean, Justin claims he's there for Jeffrey and all, but with all the crazy shit he's done, he's obviously not the safest person to be around. Not to mention that any kind of sentimental moments with Jeffrey, he would just play it up and it would be thrown back in Jeffrey's face. It's like, you want to leave me after I was there when your father was on his deathbed? You know, Justin will definitely try to do that, just like he tried to place the loss of his family and being disowned by his mother on Jeffrey's. Like, I gave them up for you. And Jeffrey's rightfully telling him, I didn't make you do any of that. Like, you know, Justin was the one that signed the paperwork. Justin was the one that pretty much refused to admit to what he actually did to his mother. And Jeffrey had nothing to do with that. So basically, Madison's going to be there for Jeffrey, as he deals with David. Not to mention in my video about the characters in season 7, David isn't going to die. That's the one thing. It's like I was excited when I saw that picture on Instagram, but also disappointed because when you really think about it, there's no suspense in terms of, well, the main cast isn't going to die because of the fact they're in season 7. Then let's go back to the final part. So I talked about Jeffrey scare with David. I talked about him getting closer with Madison. And as the FBI gets one step closer to Veronica's wicked trail, what the heck does that mean? Does that mean the FBI is going to burst into the house of the guy that rigged Erica's car to explode? And then he gives them information about Veronica. Do they go to Veronica's house with a search warrant and get like the video and audio and stuff like that? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, they pretty much get, well, for what it's worth, David said it was Veronica. I mean, that's, we'll just have to wait and see. But it will be interesting to see if Veronica does get brought down by the FBI. Because remember, I did the video with the screenshot from season 7, which possibly lets us know that Catherine goes to jail. Can you imagine if they all go to jail? And I mean for real this time, not like in season 4, season 3, like season 4 when Jennifer had them all arrested and David got out, then Catherine got out. Yeah, David got out first, then Catherine. Veronica and Jim both went to trial, but Jim effed it up because he refused to work with Veronica and Veronica got herself out. So yeah, but this time it looks like it might stick. We'll just have to wait and see. But guys, The Committee, episode 31. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you all soon.